Welcome back to episode 104 of the Block Runner Podcast. I'm your host, William, always here with your co-host, I-Man.
What's going on, Will?
All right, dude. We were just talking about Wall Street bets and how they're going to take down the economy. What do you think?
It's inescapable Wall Street bets, dude.
Yeah.
It definitely caught my... I mean, I've been aware of their presence for years now, but just never really... I mean, I'm not a stonk boy, dude.
Yeah.
I always assumed stonks was like a boomers game. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
The real action was in crypto.
I agree. I mean, when stocks go up, they go up 1%, and it's like everybody
but
rallies.
Yeah, but see, what makes them exciting are these option vehicles because of Robinhood.
That's true.
That's where my speculation comes from.
Yeah.
How important these options and these derivatives contracts are going to be once they're decentralized.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Like, Bitcoin is still early enough to where the volatility is still exciting, right? For us, like degens. But I mean, we're speculating a couple cycles into the future. It's going to be a whole different beast. You know, Bitcoin's going to be a total snooze fest, dude, because it's going to be widely adopted.
Right.
Or I don't know if adopted is even the right word. It's just going to be potentially like the only option we have.
Yeah.
Depending on what the world looks like at these periods. But regardless, there's going to be a lot less volatility, more stable price action. You know, so how do you bet with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
With these contracts, futures.
So just a few hours ago, Wall Street Bets, the Reddit website, our Wall Street Bets went down, and we were all speculating that I guess somebody pulled the trigger and shut it down. And it turns out, so it's back online, but it turns out that it was the moderators that took it down.
Yeah.
Just so, I don't know, I think that caused more pandemonium than anything.
Yeah.
But they posted. Let me see if I can find it here.
Well, for sure they took down their Discord group.
Well, someone, yeah.
Well,
Discord took them down just because.
Discord did,
yeah, just because somebody was writing racial slurs in like this like weird text format that ended up getting bypassed by the bots. And so the Discord thing went down. That was not out of through their control, but the moderators shut down Wall Street Bets, and then they posted this this link here. It's called "Where do we go from here?" and who's going to step up to help us.
Yeah.
So
before we get into that, like, what's been happening though? Why all this pandemonium?
So, well, I'll let you explain it. I think you do a good job.
Well, I think it all started with Tesla, to be honest. Not really. I think Tesla was organic, like Moonboy Fest, but
yeah.
Somebody posted, like, I think a year ago, I think he goes by DFV, Deep Fucking Value, or something like that. That's his name? That's his Reddit username?
Yeah.
But he made like a post you're looking at just like this on the Wall Street Bets subreddit.
Yeah.
It had his, a very long due diligence worksheet, like his explanation why he thinks GameStop is the next big opportunity.
Yeah.
That's usually what people do on this thread. Everyone's out there looking for the next play. And then they're sharing it amongst their friends and hopefully something catches on. But anyways, about a year ago, this guy posted that he's personally investing, I think, $57,000 into this play.
Yeah.
And he was speculating because this stock, GameStop, has been so overly shorted by institutional money, I guess, that it presented some kind of like a short squeeze opportunity, which basically means...
It means that it's so over leveraged for the price to go down that if the price were to go up significantly, you would have to force a short squeeze, which means that those who are betting that the price would go down would have to buy back at extremely high prices in order to exit their position. And so Melvin Capital and I think a few others have a position that closes this Friday on the 29th. And so that's when everyone's expecting the short squeeze to occur. Yeah. So I wouldn't expect the price of GameStop to go down, until Friday at the minimum.
Yeah, I think at that point, like what, like the Wall Street Bet subreddit, basically like the entire holder of this company, or something like along those lines. But
that's true.
But regardless, like this single post caught on over the months, and people slowly started, subscribing to it and buying themselves. And it turned into a whole movement, over the last few days where I think it just started as like every other, options play like they've done. It was fun, quick money at the time, but now it's kind of morphing into like some type of political movement in a way.
Yeah,
it feels very political.
This is Occupy Wall Street, but digitally.
Yeah, this is the keyboard version of that, and actually like a way more
effective.
Yeah, I mean, Occupy Wall Street had good intentions behind it, right? It was a reaction to, I guess, Wall Street manipulation and like fraud that had a huge impact on a lot of people's lives, like their personal lives. You know, a lot of people lost their houses, a lot of people lost their jobs. I mean, it almost completely ruined our whole economy, almost.
Yeah,
but they figured out. You know, we could just continue to print money
right.
the ass and bail out all these people who were fucking up. So more than likely that's going to happen again.
Yeah. So earlier you asked me, like, what do I think about all this?
Yeah.
And then I responded with a question. It's like, well, what do you think society should operate as? A completely free speech, or is there a reason to censor certain things? And I think you're in the position where everything needs to be completely free and open market. Completely.
I prefer that reality. I understand why that's not why things are.
Yeah.
In this case, I mean, so the debate rises because like this is the first time retail traders have taken control of financial markets, you know, which up until this point have been purely dominated by institutions.
Right.
You know, they kind of like set the rules. They got the regulations to favor them, and you know it's kind of like an inside game within their own walls. They're very high walls, dude.
Yeah,
and like this is the first time, you know, us outsiders, us common folk, we have the tools now. Our little phone devices has an application on it that gives us access to that same room, basically, and we're barely. I don't know how to. The question is, like, is this good overall? Because I don't see this stopping unless they start to regulate it somehow.
Yeah.
So,
So I guess the question is, how would they regulate it? And I think you brought up a good way to do it.
Yeah. Well, how would they regulate it? More than likely, so similar to how they regulate day trading is what I'm assuming. You know, they put a minimum. I think $25,000 in your account in order to be qualified as a day trader.
Is that right?
I think so. Huh. So I'm assuming they're gonna do the same thing. Like if you want to trade these options, you need minimum $25K.
Yeah,
that's my bet, my guess. But your question you're asking is, do we need to regulate this at all? Right?
Yeah, basically.
I think we do because of the, like I said, like the rules that we have right now. We're set in place by institutions, and like our whole society kind of like runs and depends on the stability of these institutions.
Yeah, you made a comment earlier that, you know, just going to work and getting your salary, that salary is actually dependent on so much more than just taking your salary and like buying your groceries. There's so much, there's like an iceberg under that salary that is being dependent on to continue working, and what Wall Street Bets is doing is directly, potentially affecting that iceberg.
Yeah, like you were talking about how this ultimately is it's like a drop in the bucket, right? Like, the damage that so far has been caused is negligible.
I think it is negligible. I think this affects a handful of hedge funds.
Yeah,
and that's about it. GameStop position is like not even a percentage. It's not even like register. Yeah, they're like, oh, I guess we lost $3 billion. You know, it's bad luck, I guess.
Yeah,
and then they just move on.
You just move on.
And I don't know. This is not as big of a deal to these hedge fund managers as we think it is.
Yeah, it's definitely not as damage inducing as like.
Now this particular instance of Wall Street Bets and GameStop isn't damaging. I think what they're worried about is the snowball effect of what this could lead to if, you know, this were to like actually get some traction into bigger things.
Yeah, and if you just let it run its course, right? Like,
yeah,
I correlate it to. I mean, I don't say this in a negative way, but it's spreading very similar to how COVID did, like a virus. You know, Like a virus is an obvious bad thing, but you know, just because things go viral doesn't necessarily mean it's bad for humanity.
Yeah.
But it does display a lot of similar characteristics. You know, the more and more attention this gets,
Yeah.
the more and more people are kind of like waking up to the idea that, hold on a second, I thought stocks were for like, you know, like graybeards only, like people who live in Manhattan, you know, in these big, tall financial build tower, you know, skyscrapers. Like, you mean I could be playing stocks too and getting rich, just like these guys on Reddit?
Yeah.
So then they start to do a little bit of research, because this is stuff they're not teaching us in school.
Yeah.
I mean, we learn all kinds of bullshit growing up, but finance is definitely not one of them.
It's definitely not.
So, but the thing they did tell us growing up is that, you know, stocks, traditionally, like, there's services out there. You're like, you go to work, you save your income, and you put everything in your 401k or in a Roth IRA, whatever. You let the institutions manage your wealth for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And for one generation, it worked really well.
It does work well, because things are generally stable. Every now and then there's corrections in the market.
Yeah.
Catalysts by different reasons, right? But generally things have just gone up.
Yeah.
You know, up until recently, like, there's been some, I don't know, institutional core issues. But anyways, now, like I'm saying, the general public are starting to realize, like, we have more power over our own wealth than we really understand. You know, as long as the instruments and tools are in place for us to access them, you know. So if you let this continue to grow and you let that culture expand.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, you let this mass awareness, like this mass awakening moment, like, hold on, I can actually control my financial future.
Yeah.
Maybe people will start learning about what money is.
Yeah,
you know?
and you know what? Just like you and I can go to Wall Street Bets and read up on what people are talking about in terms of stocks and where you should potentially, you know, invest depending on like these fundamental analysis that these people are doing.
Yeah.
The hedge fund managers are probably just going to hire somebody to, you know, hang out on Reddit all day. And they're going to make their bets accordingly to what this Reddit is saying, right?
Potentially.
I mean, that
either
is,
that or they're going to like implant like just total bullshit due diligence just to fuck over as many people. That way it no longer becomes a reliable source.
I mean, that is a free market.
Yeah. And I think there's people are saying like there's examples of that already happening. Like, while the consensus of the subreddit is pile into GameStop, you're seeing these alternate plays.
Yeah,
like
Nokia, BlackBerry,
all these other plays. People are speculating like this is like some kind of like infiltration attempt where they're going to just try their best to get everybody not, you know, in unison. Yeah. Trying to like thin the herd.
I mean, if you were the hedge fund, you'd be doing that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you have to have 6 months of like karma. You have to.
It's true, dude.
All that stuff. So
yeah, you can't just trust like a dude who just made an account yesterday. Like this is obvious. Like, you know. Yeah,
that's the hedge fund manager right there.
So that's the value in like your online social presence there. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So start building that now. You know, start working on those online credits.
Yeah.
You know, social credits. But yeah, man, it's mind blowing to me. Like, you're right. Like this, at the end of the day, isn't a big deal.
Yeah,
like if we're talking like money scope, like as far as big picture, but it's a big deal in the sense that like this is the first like actual resistance I feel from like the people against like institutional, you know, control.
Yeah, I think the big deal here is that the whole world is aware about what's going on.
Yeah,
that's the big deal. It's not the actual $3 billion or the $10 billion or the $50 billion that's at stake from these hedge fund managers.
Correct.
It's the fact that the whole world is now aware of the tools and the capability that collective have against these manipulators.
Exactly. And it just makes you think a little bit like, wow, like a group of people came together on the internet and they did some serious damage to some seriously powerful people.
Yes.
Like what else could
we do
as a collective, you know?
I
like,
wonder what that is.
Yeah. Like, could we potentially like solve global warming? Maybe.
Yeah.
Could we potentially...
Or solve money? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Could we? Yeah. What else could be done if we like decentralize control over things? You know.
Yeah.
And then you start to ask these questions. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
see, that virus, that seed.
That seed of thought is going to start to permeate.
That's right.
People are going to finally start asking questions about, like, what is money?
Yeah.
What is finance? All this shit that's, like, super boring. You just kind of want to stay away from it.
Yeah.
You know, you just want to go to work, get your Benjamins and go home.
Right.
But now, like, people will start, like, investigating, and then inevitably it's going to lead them to the Bitcoins, I think.
I think so, too.
Because there's nothing more disruptive than that.
Yeah, the wild activity that's occurred in the stock market the last month or so is the same activity we see in cryptocurrencies, like all day, every day.
Yeah,
and
I agree. We call them shit coins over here.
Yeah.
Like, we've pretty much turned shitcoin, like, stocks into shit coins. You know, they behave exactly the same.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is fucking mind-blowing. And, yeah, these graybeards, they're not having it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's not okay to them.
The only thing that I kind of like about stocks is that they close at 3 p.m. Central, and then you can chill out the rest of the day.
Dude, fuck that. That's for normies, dude. No chilling allowed in the fucking crypto markets, dude. This is like where real men play, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
you go home, you have your fucking tea and crumpets, or what, dude? Like, what the? It's like, it's 3 o'clock, dude. Time to go fucking masturbate and just, like, chill out the rest of the day. Like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
That's what they do, dude, because they're fucking so rich. They just go home and, like, bang their hookers and shit, dude. Like, goddamn Wall Street guys.
But
it's kind of true, though. But
it is true. It's just, damn, man, looking at charts all day in crypto.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely stressful.
It gets fatiguing for sure.
It's definitely stressful, dude. And if you haven't been watching our YouTube content, like, we're going ham. Like, every day we're posting videos, like, about different topics in crypto that are, like, super relevant. Like, today we just posted one about layer 2 scaling issues with Ethereum and Bitcoin and whatnot. And
yeah, so let's go over the 6 episodes that we've done so far this week. So we did Bitcoin FUD fails, Grayscale adds Chainlink, and Decentraland. Grayscale adds LivePeer, GemFound, LPT, the $1 trillion DeFi protocol, Barnbridge.
Yeah, Barnbridge I feel like is a big find.
This is directly going to contribute to the seed idea that
what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, this is like a next level even further than what we're seeing with, like, just stocks and put and call options. Like, this is the bond derivative market that Wall Street thrives on.
Yeah.
You know? And this is like the next phase of DeFi. And, you know, ever since, like, making that call a few days ago, Barnbridge is on quite a heater, which is pretty nice. But
yeah, it's up 50% since we talked about it.
Yeah, and I don't see it slowing down from here. Like,
yeah,
it is such an important aspect, you know, because that's what we're talking about. Like, man, like, it's incredible to see, like, you know, traditional finance's reaction to, like, just this little minor thing on their radar.
Yeah,
like, it's overtaking their media channels, dude. Like, CNBC can't stop talking about it. They keep bringing in all these, like, old lawyer dudes, like, from the SEC. Like, hey, what do you think about this? They're like, we got to regulate this somehow. You know? It's blowing their minds, dude. They don't even know what to do, how to respond. So I'm always thinking, like, man, I can't wait to see how they react whenever they figure out what DeFi is doing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's gonna be fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, how are they gonna wrap their heads around, like, holy shit? Wait, what? It's like these guys have developed, like, these complex financial instruments that we play with, and, like.
And it's completely decentralized.
Yeah, there's
the market is the world.
Yeah,
it's not Wall Street.
The people who are using these instruments are actually the ones who are, like, getting the fees.
Yeah,
like, what do you mean? It's like all these tokens, you know, like,
dude,
they're the ones staking all the liquidity needed for this thing to exist.
Dude,
like, what?
I mean, that could easily be 100+ X.
What?
Barnbridge.
Well, just DeFi in general, dude. DeFi, the whole space.
Yeah.
Like, if you really think about what it means, decentralizing finance.
Yeah, think about Wall Street. It has a concentration of these wealth fund managers, hedge fund managers, and they're all in New York. With these protocols, that it completely decentralizes the concentration of all these people being in one place.
Yeah.
There won't be a New York Wall Street after DeFi is done.
Yeah.
Like, that's so mind-boggling.
I agree. There's no like central hub you can go to like, you know.
Yeah, the central hub is a site.
Like let's say you're a terrorist or something and you, like, really hate money. You're like the Joker.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I really want to get rid of like the financial infrastructure. What would you do? I'd go like explode a dirty bomb in like Manhattan.
Yeah.
That would do a lot of damage and probably just wipe off the whole financial infrastructure off the map.
Yeah.
But you can't do that to DeFi.
Yeah.
You know, like 50 years from now and DeFi is running, you know, the money markets. The Joker comes along, is like, man, I really don't like money.
It's like, I guess I have to create a virus or something.
That's true. I guess I have to invent like quantum computing or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck. It's a lot more difficult is all I'm saying. But,
man,
and
if he pulls through with quantum computing, dude.
yeah, that's the real Joker right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But regardless, I don't know. Yeah, you just sit there and think about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Just ponder on that thought of what a true DeFi ecosystem means.
It's basically GameStop except every single cryptocurrency.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like all these debates and like all this rage we're seeing on Twitter, like I can't believe they're going after Wall Street bets, like this little internet thread.
Yeah.
It's like there's overreacting to like a little, just a tiny tap on the hornet's nest, dude. Like they're barely rattling it. Now wait until, like we can start trading synthetic versions of these assets that Wall Street bets loves to trade so much. And in fact, Injective Protocol just announced today, like they're opening up trading of a synthetic GameStop stock on their testnet. Yeah.
Holy
if you want to find that.
What's it called? Injective Protocol?
Injective, yeah. So if you don't know what Injective Protocol is, it's part of the sector that's emerging that's building like these derivative products that we're talking about. They're going to be so important to DeFi.
Injective Protocol.
There it is. The first thing on Twitter.
Yeah, let me go back to Twitter here.
Right there. That little controller. Yeah.
Okay, it says we are launching a GameStop stock futures trading on the Solstice testnet. Now you can long or short GME 24/7. We wish our best to Melvin Capital. Phase 3 coming soon.
Beautiful fucking tweet, dude. Masterful tweet, Injective
damn.
Protocol, dude. That is like a 200 IQ move, dude. Like, if you're trying to prove yourself as like, man, this is the trading ground for synthetic, like derivatives and whatnot.
Yeah.
Jesus, like they really did a great job. And the whole best wishes to Melvin Capital is just a cherry on top, dude.
Damn.
I know, right?
See, Melvin Capital isn't even on Twitter. I mean, they're...
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're not...
I wouldn't want to be if I was them.
Yeah, definitely not.
They're literally just getting straight e-bullied to death. Yeah. And I don't know if they deserve to be like the villain. Like, I mean, there's much like more powerful institutions out there that probably done like way.
Agree. There are probably more insidious like hedge fund managers out there.
Yeah, I think this one just got caught in like a really bad trade.
You know what it was? Is you're dealing with millennials on Reddit. Which is predominantly the kind of the makeup of the users on Reddit, right? Millennials.
I would say that's pretty safe.
Yeah.
Assumption.
And then it's GameStop, which is nostalgic.
Yeah.
And so once you put those two together, then you have a force.
It's true, man. Like you put that picture out there, like look at these fucks like trying to crush our GameStop, dude. Like they're shorting it to death. Like if you look at the chart, GameStop's just been like in a slow burn for like
10 years.
Yeah, like a long time.
Yeah.
And then you blame it on these Melvin guys who have like had these these put options, like putting the weight on them.
Yeah.
Plus, like to be honest, like their business model is a dying model.
Yeah, for sure.
They're definitely getting phased out by things like, the internet.
Yeah.
Like Microsoft and Sony pretty much like allowing you to download whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, the nostalgia, man. Like everybody remembers when they were kids.
Yeah. I mean, I stood in line to get my Halo 2.
Same.
On midnight.
Same. Not Halo 2. Modern Warfare 2, but
yeah.
I was one of those kids, man. And I had a blast.
Yeah.
It was a great experience. But yeah, I'll be honest, I haven't stepped in a foot of a GameStop in many, many years. And
at least a decade.
I'll be honest, I don't know how they're actually still in business.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But regardless, so it was probably a good play on Melvin Capital's part. Good short. But regardless, dude, like the retail traders think otherwise, dude. They're like, you know what? I disagree, Melvin Capital. It's like, I think GameStop is here to stay. I think they have enough like intelligent investors to recognize their dilemmas. Like, you know what? Maybe they're going to readjust their business model in the future, and they're going to come back. So I'm going to speculate and go against your bet. And then somehow the whole subreddit agreed.
Yeah.
And it's turned into this, like this monster.
And this has been happening for at least a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
slowly, dude. I know people personally who are getting in on this trade like since September. Like
September.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he bought shares of GameStop in September. Like I think he had like 1,400 shares or something. Wow. When they were like not like they were super cheap. Like super cheap.
Yeah.
Like maybe like $10-$12 or something.
Yeah.
And unfortunately he sold them. Like
oh no.
So he missed out on all of this, dude. Like he must be hurting. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Yeah. But I mean, I remember him telling me about it. He's like, dude, he told me about that post. And you know who made the big bet first? The Big Short guy.
Oh yeah, Michael Burry.
Michael Burry or Barry, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made the bet even before this, poster. So he was part of the due diligence, hey. He's like, you watched that movie, right? Big Short? It's like, here he is again.
Yeah.
The big call. You know?
Yeah.
So
damn.
This is a pretty interesting story, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's actually so yeah, the question is like now what? What happens next?
Damn. But you know what? I mean, this has been happening since September. I was totally unaware of this.
Same. Well, I mean, I was aware, but I mean,
you didn't think it was going to come into this.
DeFi was happening. Like, like fuck this.
Yeah.
Fuck GameStop. Are you kidding me? That's literally what I thought. I was like, dude, you're trying to show me GameStop right now, dude. You're fucking stupid. Literally, everyone was telling him that too. Like, dude, that's the dumbest shit I ever heard.
Yeah.
Just like everyone told that Michael Burry guy.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're shorting the housing market, dude. You're a fucking idiot. Dude.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And then it turns out he was like the only genius in the room.
Right.
One of the few. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but did he show you the Reddit post though, where he was getting
he was just telling me about it.
Damn.
Yeah, I always wanted to read it, but I never found it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's like internet archive now.
Yeah.
Like that.
I mean, that's a famous post.
Yeah, and in case you don't know, this guy who made that post and he bet like 57,000 of his own capital. I think to now he's like it's somewhere like it's probably like in the hundreds of millions by now. Like that trade.
See, I would like, man, I still need to understand how these put options and call options work, because if you say you do a good call or a good put, and you make $1 billion, where does that $1 billion come from?
I guess all the people who were against you.
Yeah, I guess I guess it's like, it's just a bet.
Yeah. I guess so.
Yeah. But damn, man.
Yeah, we'll do that on our YouTube channel too as time goes on, because we know like these instruments are going to be important in the future. So
yeah, for sure.
Part of our job as content creators and like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, we need to distill this information, because a lot of this stuff it seems complicated.
It is complicated.
But people out there understand it. If someone understands something that's complicated, you can understand that thing. Agree.
Yeah, we could package it to make it a little more understandable.
Yeah,
because that's the whole thing about it, man. Like institutions and like finance, they've made it complicated because it's a manifestation of like their own like their world of finance. Like they're the ones creating all these instruments, and I think it's it's probably intended to be complex. I don't know, just because that's how you derive more and more products to invest in. But from the outside looking in, it's just daunting, and you don't even want to touch that because it's so intimidating. It's like, you know what? I guess that's not for me.
It's like learning a new language. Like everything is brand new.
Yeah, but if you simplify it the way Robinhood did,
that's right.
Then all of a sudden you have a whole generation of people who have access. Like, to make it as simple as you present an expiration date, you color code it green. Green means buy.
Yeah.
Or like green means up, red means down.
See, that sort of has a psychological effect, because when you see a bunch of blood red, you're like fearful. Instead of, you should be pouncing on it, like there's a buy opportunity here.
Yeah.
It's weird because the colors do an opposite effect of what you should be doing.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. It'd be interesting to create an app with the opposite colors.
Why?
Because when you're up, it's red. It's like, don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
Yeah, don't touch it. Like, keep holding.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Right? When it's green, it's like, hey, this is a good buy opportunity.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Maybe like an add-on.
Yeah, like a little switch of a button. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good, like add-on to already existing apps, like just a little reminder.
A psychological.
And a little AI bot who's like helping you, an AI assistant, like, hey, bro. It's like, I know you want to sell that shit right now, but you probably shouldn't. It's like, remember, I'm an AI.
Yeah.
I actually know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, you're a stupid human. It's like, listen to me.
Yeah. Oh, but this is definitely interesting. And the fact that these same instruments that Wall Street's been using for 50 years is now coming to decentralized finance.
Exactly. That's the big takeaway to me. That's one big takeaway from this.
Yeah.
Is like this wild, crazy activity you're seeing, like from these retail stock investors. Like, if you thought crypto was crazy a few years ago, just wait till like this horde gets a hold of those tools and like a feel for how they work.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then we start speculating on all this shit. Like, good God. Can you imagine?
Yeah. Can you imagine GME on cryptocurrencies? Like 24/7, dude.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be a whole different reality once this comes to fruition.
Yeah.
I'm very much looking forward to it. But yeah, the second big thing is the reaction of the institutions against what's happening now. Like, and just imagine what's going to happen once they catch wind of like the actual implications of DeFi and crypto.
Yeah.
So
speaking of the reactions, at least some of the hedge fund managers are calling for more regulation, which, I mean, it's funny when the institutions that hate regulation are calling for more regulation just because they're the ones losing money.
Because they see a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they see a threat. It's just like whenever Wuhan or the virus was pretty much localized in China.
Yeah.
And it was barely starting to spread out to like other countries. What was everyone saying? Like, World Health Organization, we need mass shutdowns. Don't let anybody travel. Yeah. Like, we need to change everything.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. Everything did change. And it worked to a degree, but not so much. But
well, China did contain it pretty well.
Oh, they did.
Just because, I mean, think about it. If you're the ground zero of a virus, you're the first one to know that there's something wrong, and you're the first one that can do anything about it early on and like recognize that this is a huge problem. Mm-hmm. And they did it, I think, a good enough job because they're China, they're communists. They can do that.
Yeah, they don't have to consult with anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like they know how big of a problem and a threat this is, so they're just going to handle it. You know? There's no like debate about like, hey, is this violating our people's
freedoms? Yeah.
It's like, nah, fuck that, dude. You guys, gotta listen to us in this scenario. We know what's best.
Yeah. So there's certain applications of communism that obviously help.
Just efficiencies. It's the same debate we have with like DAOs and non-DAOs. Obviously, like non-DAO applications are much more efficient, much more easy to execute.
Yeah,
much more like they're much more dependable to like they hit the market like I don't know, as like a finished, polished product as opposed to like something developed by a DAO. Like, man, there's so many question marks. It's just like Jesus. Like how the hell?
Yeah, I mean, DAOs have gotten so deep that they're depending on the community to come up with simple things from the logo to like the like mission statement and all that. Like, I think at that point it's incredibly inefficient to have a DAO to that degree.
At least now, like maybe we're missing something as far as like, I don't know, core incentives to like really to where non-participation in a DAO is like to your detriment. You know what I mean? It's like your participation in the DAO decision processes is such a benefit to you that.
You know what? There's a project called Inverse Finance that I told you about. I mean, we talked about it in the past.
Yeah.
And what they do is if you're part of the DAO, you have tokens. If you're not voting, I think if you don't vote like I think once or twice in a row, they can claw back those tokens from you. And that's by design by the smart contract.
Hey, man. These are kind of like, it sounds like
it's a good test.
Yeah.
Just to see what happens.
Yeah. So if like your participation has no impact, like, nothing bad's going to happen.
Yeah. Then you're not going to do anything about it.
Yeah. There's no,
there's no incentive to participate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you have like a population of just like lazy fucks.
Yeah, but I think that's more of like a pointy stick scenario versus a carrot scenario where like
that's true.
You have the graph and say, hey, if you delegate your graph tokens, you can earn some extra GRT, some GERTs.
Exactly.
But if you don't get any benefit, and that's it.
That's right.
That's the carrot.
That's right. Exactly. So these are the competing like
ideologies.
Ideologies and DAO models that we have to kind of like
test
we
out.
got to live through this experimental phase and see which ones work.
Yeah.
Which is like it's awesome to build, like, to be around and witness all of this, but yeah, like something as promising as Barnbridge, you know?
Yeah.
Like, man, I love what they're doing. I love their vision. I love their team.
Yeah, and they're so decentralized that they have 2 DAOs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the first DAO is to set up the second DAO.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Exactly. So, like I was saying, I love the product. I love the vision. I love everything about it. But I'm a little skeptical because they're DAO first. They're very DAO centric. So it's like, man, it's like these founders could have as much vision and like promises as they have.
Yeah.
But the DAO could, at the end of the day, not deliver. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting how this rolls out because I think it's like Decentraland has their own DAO foundation.
Yeah.
But the core development team gets to build whatever they want still. So, I mean, it depends on how Barnbridge handles it, but there's still a chance that even through a DAO, you can still get shit done.
Yeah. Well, yeah, in Decentraland's case, I think they recognize like the DAO is not in a healthy state.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
It's not. The participation isn't there. The coordination, the collaboration isn't there. Probably because the incentives aren't really there.
Yeah.
You know.
And this is a worldwide problem.
Yeah,
we've been dealing with like participation since the beginning times of like government.
Yeah, exactly.
Like very few people participate in voting.
All right, I'm putting this down.
Yeah, put it down.
I'm doing too much damage to my mag.
Yeah. And so this has been an issue for hundreds of years. This participation and voting and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we've discovered a model yet in cryptocurrencies that solve that problem yet. And maybe incentivizing, maybe like earning tokens and all that might be the thing and the carrot.
It has to be. Well, it doesn't have to, but it's likely.
Yeah.
Likely going to be that. You know,
one thing we need to be better at is staking our tokens. I mean, I think in a bull market, you should be holding more often than you're selling. And so what better way to hold than when you're staking?
You should, but the temptation to, you know, hip and hop from different things in a bull market, right? Just because there's so much opportunity, there's so much excitement, there's so much to do.
Yeah.
You don't want to lock yourself into one place, even though, like, we know from experience that's the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, but like I don't know what it is about it. Like our instincts kick in, and we just
that's dangerous.
We want it all, dude.
That's dangerous, dude.
It's dangerous to like go out there and like, you know, be like banging like all kinds of different chicks, right? Like it's more fun.
Yeah,
it's a more excitement. You know, like you want to just every night different woman, right? But the safe play is like find that one woman, dude, who's gonna like, you know, enhance your life.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Much more stability and growth as a person, as a pair.
Right.
You know what I mean. These are like the differences, the trade-offs. You know what I mean.
That's a good analogy, dude.
I think it is. So shit coins are the hoes and the sleuths. They're shit coins of our universe, but they're the most fun, the most action packed. Yeah, dude. But not necessarily the healthiest. Not the wisest of decisions. Sometimes, you know. Yeah. But the wise play is usually to like hodl something of value. You know what I mean? Yeah. So talking about a little bit about Barnbridge, but from a different perspective. So we do hold some of the tokens that we talk about, not all of them. Yeah, true. So just because it's impossible to hold about like all. These tokens. All of these tokens. Yeah. I wish. I mean, I'll, even on top of that, I mean, we're not big enough to like pump our own bags to be talking about them like in a particular angle. But we have no interest in doing that either. Yeah, we talk about this all the time. Like, dude, because we watch what's going on in YouTube land. And stuff, dude, influencer land. That's what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, it's like we recognize. Okay, go ahead. Yeah. So the first thing I'll say is,
So we're doing a lot of research on how to optimize our YouTube channel, and we found a video that explains and has tested out a bunch of clickbait titles and thumbnails and all that. And it turns out the more clickbaity your titles are and your thumbnails are, the more people that tend to click on your video.
Yeah. Who would have thunk?
Right. Yeah.
All that fucking algorithm talk was true, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't know until I saw it myself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But it makes sense.
And so it's not that we're trying to be clickbaity with our titles. I mean, we're trying to like find that fine line of informational, like accurate titles with like some, I don't know, some flash of potential money making opportunity, like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's some exaggeration.
Well, what we found through our research is like, for some reason, users love mystery. They love the unknown, and they love like
discovery.
That's what pulls you in. Yeah, it's like if you title your video like
why this or how that,
or how like
big opportunity,
things like that. You know, you start to question like, oh man, it's like what is going to happen if this thing happens? Like, I want to know. I want to click. It's much better than just putting out like some kind of statement title. You know what I mean? Like, it's like Bitcoin moved up 10%. Like that's the title of the video.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to click on that. They want to see like why Bitcoin is mooning and why it will make you rich. Some shit like that.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, whoa, I want to know how to get rich. You know, so we don't like this game.
Yeah, definitely not.
Basically.
Definitely not. But it's sort of a must. You kind of have to play the game that YouTube has created.
Yeah.
And there's really no way around it. And so that's just...
Yeah, we're slowly... I mean, we've been doing this for a couple years now, like producing content and videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously this is like entirely YouTube focused. As far as like our podcast goes, we're pretty much doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like we're just here like shooting the shit together.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't plan anything really. Like... And we usually don't with our podcast because we find it comes off better that way when we could just talk.
Agreed.
And I think that's the point of a podcast. Like you just listen to a couple of motherfuckers just shoot the shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, now we're starting to dabble. I mean, it's a bull market. There's tons of information that needs to be relayed out to the public.
Yeah.
You know? So why not fucking do it?
Yeah.
And Will's very inspired by people.
Oh,
he's been saying like we got to do something daily, dude. So I was like, wow, let's just make.
You know what?
Every single day.
If you look at any social media, if you're not posting every day, you're not growing.
Yeah.
And so it applies to YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. Man. So you have to be at this all day. And if you watch any million subscriber YouTuber, they talk about how this is a full-time job just to like keep up with this stuff.
Yeah.
And like posting takes like several hours just to post it, not let alone like writing the tweet and writing the description and doing the thumbnail and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's several hours before just posting it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's a lot of work. And so if you do all that work and then your title is Bitcoin will go up 10%, like
you're shooting yourself in the foot, dude.
Yeah.
That's a good point right there. Just yeah, I mean, it is a lot of work, so you kind of want the best result, right?
Yeah.
Like, why put in all that time and effort and just, like, be lazy as fuck, like, on the last step? It's like, yeah, whatever, just throw it out there.
Yeah.
Because it does take a lot, man. Let's stay on top of this market, dude. There's just so much emerging. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insanity. And, like, over the last year, we kind of, like, focused our attention on the Decentraland happenings. And even that was like insanity. There's just like nonstop things moving and shaking in that world.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? And then we just start, even the NFT space is like overwhelming at times. Like what the hell's going on with Top Shot?
Yeah.
You know, shit like that. Like it's mind blowing to think about. You know, we're in this NFT space and now we got Mark Cuban jumping in shit on board and whatnot. Like you start to think like what's coming ahead, you know, like I've already made that connection in my head. Like everything's going to be an NFT at some point. I mean, we're NFTing our thumbnails.
Yeah, we are.
And one sold.
Which
is freaking hilarious and awesome.
It is.
But it's cool. We're going to keep doing that. We're going to keep experimenting with NFTs just like everybody else out there. You know.
Yeah, here it is.
And this is only one part of what's happening in crypto. It's just so much. That's it?
Yeah, this is it.
Which one was this?
So it was the bullish 3-year Ethereum ETH indicator breached. Polkadot auctions soon moon.
Okay, I guess there's something significant in this, like ETH Bullish 3-year ETH indicator breached.
Yeah.
That's pretty significant, dude. That's a 3-year, event.
Yeah. Yeah.
So maybe I'm wondering, I'm just trying to get in the mind of the speculator here. It's like,
yeah.
what made him want to buy this? Maybe he just thought we're handsome men. Like, I really want to see that, see their faces every time I'm on OpenSea, dude.
Right.
Great. But if that were the case, you probably would have bought the whole collection because they're really cheap, aren't they?
Yeah, they're 0.001 ETH.
Which is about...
It's $1.50.
Oh, yeah, dude. He definitely would have bought the whole collection, just like staring at us. So it's not that. Sad day.
Yeah, I mean, and then the other thing that we're trying to do with our videos now is not necessarily find gems, but try to explain what the projects are and whether or not, they have like long-term implications. Because we don't want to talk about shit coins and like, moon this and moon that all the time.
Yeah.
And we want to find like gems like Barn Bridge, and obviously the Graph is one.
Yeah.
And
my thing is
Moonbeam.
I don't even like looking at like things that have promise that have already been done.
We're not looking at cryptocurrencies like the currencies anymore. We want project tokens. We want like infrastructure tokens.
Oh, I love infrastructure because I think that's where we are as a space. We're still trying to figure out infrastructure.
Yeah, agreed.
Obviously,
I mean,
and we know this because we've developed an application in the space, and we know like, holy shit, this is not developer friendly yet. Like, there's a lot that needs to be.
It's not user friendly.
That too. Well. Yeah.
I mean, it kind of is user-friendly, but it's not in the sense that we're all isolated in our own ecosystems. If you build on Ethereum, you can't be on Flow. If you're on Flow, like, you're just completely segmenting your audience because all the blockchains are isolated from each other.
Yeah, so like today we've identified on our YouTube channel, we posted today that scaling is a big issue, and then we've identified that there's tons of different options, and every dApp has their own preference for some reason, or for one reason or another. We're seeing Synthetics is like really dabbling into the optimistic Ethereum, or what is it? Optimistic rollups?
Optimistic rollups, yep. And ZK rollups.
ZK rollups. And so is Uniswap. But we're seeing tons of other dApps. Like, look at Decentral Games. They're balls deep with Matic, and they're doing great.
Yeah.
And, XDAI is emerging too, like with I think BAO?
Yeah. BAO.
BAO Finance?
BAO Finance, yeah.
Yeah, BAO Finance just announced today they're working with XDAI.
Yep.
So it's like, what the fuck, man?
See,
like, which one's going to, how do we
That's
choose?
the problem. If everybody's isolated in their own, like, silos,
we're
not going to have a connected blockchain.
So if that's the reality, then the next conclusion we have to draw is like interoperability is like the next biggest thing
that's right.
As an infrastructure problem.
That's right.
We need to tackle and like figure out who's going to solve the interoperability issue.
Yeah.
If we're all going to be fragmented and there's nothing we could do about it.
Yeah.
There's no way we're going to pull Wall Street bets and like all just do the same thing together. It doesn't seem like it.
Right.
We're super fragmented. Then interoperability is the next big thing. So that's where we should be looking next,
Yeah.
And obviously Chainlink is a big deal. The Graph is a big deal because no matter what application, whatever fragment you live in, you got to use these this middleware technology.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, these are the kinds of things that we're looking for. I mean, obviously there's going to be some tokens out there that do like a 50x that are like shit tier tokens, but I don't know. We're just not interested in those like long term, and
maybe we will at some point.
Yeah, I mean, we'll point them out in the fact that they're like ridiculous.
Yeah, because they're usually like they're ridiculously named, right? But dude, we can't really ignore them either. Look at SushiSwap, dude. It's like $1 billion protocol now, dude.
Yeah, SushiSwap is something else.
SushiSwap literally fucking rug pulled at one point.
Yeah, they did.
They legit rug pulled.
And there's $1 billion locked with that protocol.
Yeah, it's somehow recovered from that. I think it's like 100% DAO run at this point.
No, the rug pull happened with Yam, not SushiSwap.
Okay, no, I think Yam was like a fault in the code, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I think like, but
was it Yam or?
Didn't Sushi, like the actual creator of Sushi, he was anonymous,
No,
right?
I think it was Yam. That's the creator who pulled like $17 million worth of ETH.
There was one of them who like, he was actually like the CTO of Band, right?
Band Protocol.
That was Yam?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think that was Yam.
It was one of the two.
Yeah.
But yeah, like somebody actually rugged I think one of those founders or creators.
Yeah, it was definitely Yam, dude.
And I think 4chan like doxed him and found out it was actually the CTO of like a big reputable project.
Yeah.
And I think even since then, I think it's Sushi, but I'm going to say it's Sushi just to fit my narrative. Yeah. Somehow Sushi recovered from that.
Yeah.
And is now $1 billion protocol. So yeah, that's why we can't really ignore meme tokens. Look at Badger DAO, dude. Badger's crushing it.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is that we can't make the same mistakes we did in the last cycle where we sort of stuck with like an ecosystem and like so much more money, so much more growth was happening outside that ecosystem that we have to be in and out of different ecosystems. So we can't just be DeFi and we can't just be Yearn ecosystem
and we can't just be Polkadot.
And we can't just be Polkadot either.
Yeah, because there's Elrond. What's going on in Elrond?
Yeah.
Why is Elrond just slowly creeping up and like more and more projects being announced and like building?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck's going on? Like what's happening in Cardano? Why is Cardano like a top 10 token?
Still, yeah.
And
why?
I don't know. There's got to be a reason, right?
Yeah.
So like these are the things that keep us up at night. We're constantly wondering like what the F is going on out there, dude? Like what is driving these prices sometimes? And you wish you could know everything, right? I wish,
man.
But I don't.
I told you we need a staff of like
you need a dedicated researcher.
Yeah, okay, this guy's in Yearn ecosystem, this guy's in Polkadot, this guy's in DeFi.
Yeah.
Like,
well, at that point, then you become like an actual like news
research.
channel.
Yeah, research.
Like just like a CNN probably has like those kind of delegated roles. Like hey, you cover, I don't know, finance space. You cover the entertainment industry. Shit like that. Yeah. But yeah, we're not going that deep. So we're gonna do the best we can with this shit.
Yeah, that's right.
Because at the end of the day, we still have like other obligations too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We got to run MetaZone. We got to keep up with the happenings on Decentraland. Plus, we have like real world like obligations,
Yeah.
So it's a lot.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting though.
But yeah, so far our experiment's working. The daily video content is getting like hundreds of views, and we sold the NFT. I mean, we're just gonna keep this train moving for as long as we can, and see where this takes us.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But yeah, if you could just share all these videos with your friends, let us know what we can do better. Eventually, we're going to be updating this little studio that we got here.
We've been saying that for so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, one day it's going to happen, dude.
Yeah, that one day will come.
One day. Maybe Barnbridge will really take off.
Yeah, seriously.
And whatever secures the 420 studio funding bag, like so we can like remodel this bitch, like we'll definitely like put your... Dude, an idea I had, I don't know if it's even like a good one or it's just like another experiment, right? We're already experimenting. It's like, what if we just, in our background, we put like either like an actual blank canvas or just a green screen with a bunch of like plots. Almost like a Decentraland map. And like to the highest bidder, they could put up their ads.
Dude.
Or not even an ad. It could just be like a meme.
Dude, that's such a good idea.
Like it's an NFT, right?
And we can implement it on our website and then they just upload it and they buy it and it just shows up.
Put up their image.
Yeah.
It could, but within like reason. No mass dicks, please.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Maybe these days we can't do anything. We can't just have mass dicks.
Yeah, we can't do that.
So there's got to be
because YouTube will just take it down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The whole point is you want people to see it, right? So maybe if this channel blows up one day, you'll have a hilarious like Pepe frog back there with your name on it.
That's such a good idea, dude.
Should we do that?
Yeah, I think.
Why not, dude? We're like the NFT fucks.
Yeah,
so
why not?
Let's bring some more NFT magic into this.
Yeah, and to add to what you're saying is maybe our NFTs can be done by artists who we share revenue with if somebody buys it.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so they're like a collaboration with artists, NFT artists out there.
Fuck yeah, dude!
If we get big enough for the artists to care.
Yeah, because I like both ideas. So it's like I don't want to commit to one or the other. Maybe we have like one of the frames is like the art frame, and it's just like cycling through different art.
Yeah, and I'm talking about instead of me doing the art of these NFTs, like we have artists redo them.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so now you would have like a Beeple block runner, post.
Yeah.
As an example.
Yeah.
And then, potentially it funds both sides.
Dude, that'd be sick. I think we should seriously think about doing that.
Yeah.
Let us know what y'all think.
Yeah, definitely.
Is that a good idea, or are we just drunk?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're high on the first sale, the $1.
Yeah, it's like we need to fucking maximize. Yeah, it's like a new business model confirmed. Yeah, we made $1. Holy shit. Yeah. Anyways, I think that wraps it up for today.
Yeah,
a lot of happenings, dude. It's fucking mind blowing. So yeah, we're gonna keep this everyday bro experiment going.
Yeah, everyday
as long as we can, dude. Like me, like I don't worry about him. I know he's gonna show up every day, but me, I'm a little more volatile. You know, like you never know. Like something could happen, where I just can't show up one day. So if that ever happens, well, you're gonna have to keep the show running, dude. Because like just you know what I mean. Like
it certainly takes discipline to do this for sure.
Fuck yeah, dude. It's crazy.
But like it's more than necessary, especially if you're ever gonna do this, now's the time. If not now, then when?
That's what we said last week. We were like, dude, this is the year where you just go all out.
That's
like,
right.
All out crypto. Because I mean, this happens once every 4 years, basically. So far that we've identified.
Yeah.
You know, so why not go all out now? Then you can spend the next 3 years like memeing your life away. You know what I mean? And then come back during the next
and redo it.
Yeah.
So how before we go, how is the progress of 2021 compared to 2020 in terms of like craziness? Like in 2020, we had an interview with Andreas Antonopoulos.
Yeah.
Kobe dies. Pandemic happens. Like so far, we had an insurrection in the Capitol.
That was pretty bonkers. I thought for sure like some more devastation was going to follow, but pretty tame since then.
Yeah.
And politics is like, dude, as soon as Biden got into office, like total snooze fest. like I don't even fucking pay attention anymore, but I think that's the point. It's like back to normal, dude. Like who cares what's going on in politics, dude? Like that was the danger that Trump posed. Is like all of a sudden now everyone's clued into like, yo, there's like a government out there. Like, we should probably pay attention to what's going on. But now that Trump's not like, you know, like drawing all eyes onto, you know, like Sauron.
Yeah.
You know, like now we could just live our lives.
Yeah, and then we had the GameStop thing, and I think so far, I mean, it's been equally-ish kind of crazy.
Pretty bonkers too. This is definitely a big moment. It's not as big as like a COVID happening, but
which we're still dealing with.
Yeah, it's a different. We are still dealing with it.
As a matter of fact, I mean, Corv, I mean, he's still down.
Oscar he's had COVID for like 3 weeks?
Yeah, at least 3 weeks.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
And he's like, he recovered pretty much, but he still has the virus.
Yeah.
He got tested and he's still positive. So for those of y'all MetaZone users, community folks,
supporters.
Yeah, bad motherfuckers, all y'all out there, like Corb's been out, dude.
Yeah.
If you're all wondering, like, yo, where are the CZ updates?
Yeah.
You know, we used to do weekly fucking happenings for CZ.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been out of it, dude. Like bad. COVID's no joke. Even for him, he's like 32 or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even for a guy that young, dude, like it was still.
It knocks you out, dude.
Yeah.
You're down.
Yeah.
For at least 2 weeks.
Yeah. So definitely, like, don't take it lightly if you haven't gotten it yet. You know.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Man, I don't know if we're gonna stay COVID virgins though. Not until that vaccine hits us.
A few months. I think we just gotta rough it through this next summer.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
For sure. Hopefully. I mean, they're saying there's like a new variant that's like resistant
in
to this.
Africa and like in Europe too.
Yeah, in the UK.
Yeah.
So that if it's already like in multiple locations, that means it's here too.
That's true.
It's just that's the way it is.
That's true.
That's the way these things operate. So.
Yeah, it's by the time it's detected somewhere, it's already here.
If that's the case, and these vaccines are rendered moot,
well,
man,
there's evidence that the vaccines do work against those new variants.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well maybe it's just FUD.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's just FUD and everything returns to normal and we can just keep going.
Yeah.
But if not, despair is near.
Yeah, man. This is uncharted territory. Nobody had to deal with a pandemic since the 1900s.
Totally.
So
and the economic ramifications that follow.
Yeah.
We don't know what's gonna. And yeah, we have like
it's coming, man.
God damn it, Will! Don't scare me. It's coming. It probably is coming.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, we'll be here all along the way.
Yeah, we're gonna document this.
Yeah, dude. And if you don't know what to do in preparation of that, dude, buy Bitcoin, dude.
At least, yeah.
Buy some of this stuff.
Yeah. Get that magazine too, just in case.
I'm like totally ruining this magazine. You're gonna like bending it.
Pretty soon you're gonna have to trade that for food, dude.
Oh, yeah? You think so?
Can you imagine?
If you don't know what this is the first Bitcoin issue or Bitcoin magazine issue, 2012 edition. I don't know how many are in existence. Unfortunately, this is not an NFT, so it's not verifiable on a ledger. That is the big drawback of physical collectibles. You know what I mean? There's no certainty of like its scarcity, but as time goes on, for sure, there's gonna be less and less of them, like in pristine condition. Like
you know what we should do is get that graded.
Can you do that?
I think you can with magazines. Yeah,
I'm down.
I think that up. It's only going to cost like $35 or something.
Not nowadays, dude. For some like grading services are like high in demand. They've jacked up their prices.
It's freaking Pokemon, man.
Yeah, Pokemon, pretty much.
God damn. Okay, well, let's call it. Thank you guys for watching and listening. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at The Block Runner and also at MetaZone.io. Let us know what you think of this latest podcast. We're talking about doom and gloom plus positive aspects of what could come to our financial infrastructure with DeFi.
Oof.
So yeah, let us know what you think. Comment, subscribe, everything, do all those things, and we will see you, I guess, tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah. Keep the grind going, dude.
All right, guys.
All right, peace out. Yeah, I said it again, dude.
Signing off.
Yeah, I gotta think of something new. Peace out.